Hey, hey, hey. Happy Tuesday. We're going to get started in just a few moments here. I'll start letting people in a few. But I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. I hope you are feeling blessed and that you are at peace because that is the best way to be. I also hope that you started today off with gratitude because you tend to appreciate things a bit more when you start your days off with gratitude. Be grateful for the things you have and be grateful that things are not as bad as they could be. Be thankful for life, for health, for prosperity, and take everything one day at a time. I just want to encourage you guys today because everything is about mindset. Okay? And when you have the right mindset and you set the right intentions, things can be a little bit better. Have y'all heard of the law of attraction? Well, let me break it down to you a little bit. You attract what you have, what you say you have. So you have to make sure that you are keeping a positive mindset at all times, even when things get hard. But welcome. Hey, long time no see, girl. You
You
feel
haven't known? Yeah, I literally just got back out. That was crazy.
really? You
Yeah,
got kicked
literally.
out?
No, I literally just got back out of the hospital. I literally just had my 15th brain surgery.
Oh man.
Yeah, because
Well,
well,
definitely.
this.
You had
Well,
another episode where things got clogged up.
yep, yep. That was the 14th one was really, really bad.
Uh-oh, you breaking up a
I
little
did
bit.
not get home since Eve of last year. Oh, let me, wait, hold up. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Ow.
Well, hopefully
Or
you don't
no?
have any.
Okay.
I can hear you better
Well,
when you were breaking up just
uh,
slightly.
sorry.
Um, man,
Yeah.
I hope that I
Is,
hope that things get better. Well, that's a
yeah.
win because I was gonna ask,
I mean,
people's
because if you
wins.
follow if you follow Mama on Facebook, Lord have mercy.
I follow her, but I'm gonna be honest and tell you that I don't really scroll on Facebook
Yeah,
as
no, I
much.
know.
I'm not much of a doom scroller. I
Yeah, no.
literally go and post what I plan to post for the day, and if something
Yeah,
captures my attention in that time, I
yeah,
might engage, and then I'm off because I got a lot to
yeah,
do. So if
exactly.
she's posted anything, I haven't seen it.
I mean,
Thankfully
well,
for Isaiah, he hasn't had any since he had his last revision at 4. So I'm thankful for that because those things are scary.
yeah, hers was scary. Well, I
Your
mean,
mom had one or you
no,
had
no,
one?
no, no, no. She had two
Wait.
strokes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
Hold
scary.
up. Yeah, she had two strokes. Yeah, she had two strokes before I went in the hospital for for my 14th
Revision.
revision. Yeah, but she is getting better because hers was literally scary. I was literally crying my eyeballs out.
Man. Well, we definitely gonna continue to keep her in prayer as well as you.
But
But gonna
she's walking and all that stuff.
good stuff. Well,
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for continuing to keep moving with everything. So that's great. And that's a great segue into our topic for the day. But before we get into that, I want to ask Isaiah what his wins are.
Okay. So my wins are one of them is being able to successfully move back and get back into the groove of things. Um, it's always a win to get back into my routine with my fitness and everything. Um, and every day that God blesses us to wake up is a win. So that
Absolutely.
too.
I love it. I love it. All right, Mama Francis just joined the
Hey, Grandma.
party. So I'm going to go ahead and ask her what her wins
I'm,
are.
I'm driving. I was looking.
Oh, you
I'm
driving?
sorry.
Oh, no,
What
you're
was your
fine.
question?
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
asking what your wins were for this week so far.
For this week so far, well, he said something that hit it right on the head too. Is every morning you wake up
Amen.
is a plus, and plus
Mm-hmm.
being in your right mind and able to move. Uh,
Yeah.
I see so many people my age that can't move like I can move, and not that I don't have. So I have good days and bad days.
Yeah.
So, but today is a good day,
It is. It is.
So I thank God for that.
Amen. I love it.
Yes.
Well, welcome to our Teaching Tuesday webinar and group coaching session. Today we're going to be talking about overcoming the all or nothing trap because a lot of us struggle with having an all or nothing mindset. And I'm so
Yes.
glad y'all are here, and I'm so glad you shared your wins and your gratitude and all the things. And today's topic is one of the biggest mindset barriers that holds people back from seeing long term success. So, that is the all or nothing thinking that either you need to be all the way over here or you can't do it at all. That like there's no gray area. In that mindset, it says if I can't do it perfectly, why bother? If I messed up or I messed up, so I might as well start over next week. And you could have messed up at the beginning of the week, but you're going to wait all the way to next week. And then the famous one, I'll start Monday. Why Monday? Why Monday?
Yeah.
Why not the next meal? Or why not tomorrow? So, does any of those sound familiar to y'all?
They sound familiar.
But let me
Definitely
tell
sound
you,
familiar.
but let me tell you the truth about it. This mindset is what keeps people stuck. It's not the lack of effort, it's all up here. This is like the biggest brain in your body is the biggest muscle in your body is your brain. And this brain drives everything that you do. This brain is telling me to use my head while I'm talking to y'all. This brain is telling me what words are coming out of my mouth. This brain is telling me to use my hands right now to talk to you guys. This brain is telling me to adjust my glasses. Everything that I'm doing, my brain is telling me to do that. Kind of like a computer that's programmed to do certain things. But your brain is a very complex part of your body. When you blink, when you swallow, when you get up out your chair and go walk to the bathroom, your brain is telling you to do that. Without brain activity, you can't do anything. So, with that, if your brain is constantly giving you negative self talk, telling you what you can't do, what you think gonna happen? You're not gonna do it. And if somebody else is feeding you negativity and you're allowing yourself to digest what they're telling you, your brain is going to navigate in a way that behaves the way someone told you you cannot do or you are capable. If somebody encourages you and tell you what you're capable of doing and you digest that, you'll do it. Some people hear positive things from people and they don't digest it because they don't believe it within themselves. Y'all ever heard of imposter syndrome? That's the lack of belief in the abilities that you actually have. And everybody's guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I mean, I've been running my own business for 7 years. Like, what? Me? Not little old me. Not the little shy girl that was scared to talk in front of people when she was in high school and middle school and college. Not that person. Yeah, that person. So I want to remind you that your journey is not about doing everything perfectly. It's about learning how to stay consistent even when things are not perfect. I say it time and time again that your 100% today may be 50% tomorrow. But if you showed up, you have accomplished something. But the issue is that we have this egotistical mind that tells us that if we don't do over, above, and beyond, that we're not doing good enough. We can allow societal things to interfere with that. We can allow people that are close to us to interfere with that. We can allow our own thoughts to interfere with that. Make sense?
Makes sense.
So before we dive deep into everything, if anyone is watching this that's new, that's never been here, I just want to introduce myself and let you guys know that I am a certified weight loss specialist, health, fitness, and nutrition coach. I'm also a military veteran, having served 10 years in the Air Force, and I'm a nationally qualified bodybuilding competitor. But who cares about that? Because at the end of the day, I'm here to help you guys build sustainable habits and mindsets to support long-term success. But all of those things help me get the education that I need and the discipline that I need to be able to pour into you all. So let's do my other favorite part outside of wins. We're going to start with a quick check-in. I'm going to ask you, where do you all notice all or nothing thinking show up the most in your routine? Feel free to
I'm
use
sorry,
the
what was
chat.
that question again? What was your question
Where
again?
do you notice all or nothing thinking show up the most in your life, in your routine? Feel free to use the chat if you like, or you can unmute yourself and answer out loud. I do not mind.
I would say for my life personally, the all or nothing mentality a lot of the times has to deal with my health and fitness. That's why I've been was on and off for years.
Mm-hmm. So it's been
So
with health and fitness.
mhm.
Okay. And Mimi said life and routine. Okay. Well, the best part about this is being honest and being aware. That's the first step. So once you are able to be honest and show awareness to where it is that you struggle with that all or nothing mindset, then you can work to make a shift, right? So let's break it down. What is all or nothing thinking? I'm so glad y'all asked. I don't know what to do. Well, all or nothing thinking is basically a black and white mindset. You either are on track or off track. You're either perfect or failing. You're either all in or completely out. There is absolutely no middle ground, no gray area, and that's the problem. And it's funny because people don't only think this way when it comes to fitness. They think this way when it comes to life and decisions. That everything got to be black or white. There's no in between. There's no gray area. But that's not really a healthy way of thinking, is it? It's not, because nothing is perfect. Nothing is all or nothing. Nothing is black and white. It's just not. There's always, you ever heard the phrase, where there's a will, there's a way? If there's a will and there's a way, you can't get that way being black and white. You got to find the gray area to make that way happen, right? So
Yeah.
in real life, Real life exists in the middle. Nobody is perfect. I only know one man that was ever perfect. And it's a whole bunch of people that done been in and out of this earth walking around for many, many, many years. And only one. Right? So
Right.
here's what it looks like in real time. Basically, you eat one meal that's off plan, and you be like, oh, I done messed up. Or you miss one workout, and you be like, I done messed the whole week up. I ain't even, whatever. Or you don't hit your macros perfectly, and you be like, whatever, I'll start over tomorrow. With that mindset, instead of adjusting, you stop completely. And that's where the progress gets lost. Because when the habits take a dip, your progress is going to take a dip, right? So you have to maintain your habits even if you go out with family or you go on a trip and you have a slice of cake. Who cares? I have a slice of cake and I'm just going to throw the whole week away? That's how binging happens. That's how weight gain happens. That's how derailing happens. Because you feel like one bad situation, which really isn't considered bad, but you're telling yourself is bad because you had a piece of cake or you had some pie. Child, please. For me, if there's a family event and I desire a slice of Crystal's pound cake, best believe I'm having that slice of pound cake. Because one thing I know about myself is I will be going to the gym to work out, and my meals every day don't consist of pound cake. Does it? No. My meals are structured and they're planned out. So an Easter holiday meal is not going to ruin my whole work of progress. Yeah, you might have a little bit of inflammation. Your stomach might be a little bit bloated or distended. But once you start drinking water and get your activity back in track, all of that stuff goes away. So it's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional and being consistent. Right? So this is why the mindset slows progress. Okay? So when you have all or nothing thinking, that creates inconsistency. Because you feel like you messed up and you just gonna wait till another week or wait till the whole holiday season go by because you know you ain't gonna do right. That makes no sense to me. You just not gonna do nothing to hold. You just gonna hibernate all holiday season and eat whatever you want all holiday season and not have no intention behind it. You also create guilt and frustration with yourself. Starting over repeatedly. How many times have we stopped and started over and stopped and started over? Because we feel like each time wasn't perfect and I ain't gonna worry about it. And you know what else it creates? Burnout. You're not gonna want to do it anymore. For the clients who have been with me for more than 2 years, more than 3 years, I'm pretty sure y'all can tell me a thing or two about how you have maintained your progress because after 2-3 years, you've reached your goals, yes? You've reached your goals. And you've been able to maintain your goals, not because of perfection, but because you maintained your habits and you adjusted accordingly. So to new clients and people who might be coming later, you have to remember, you have to start somewhere, but it does not need to be perfect. And with the all or nothing thinking, instead of moving forward, you get stuck in a cycle of start, slip, quit, restart. Start, slip, quit, restart. Then you slip, then you quit, then you restart again. Then you slip and you quit and you restart again. You're not gonna go too far with that cycle. Do you think so? That cycle is very exhausting. I'm sure y'all got tired of hearing me say it, and I only repeated it like 3-4 times. Right? So here's a good way to shift that. Understand that progress lives in the middle. Okay? I have been on my fitness journey for several years. I started my fitness journey when I was in the military. Then I started my competition fitness journey after I came home from deployment, which was in 2012. A lot of life happened in between those years, but here I still stand. And if I might say so myself, I look pretty in shape. And it's not because my life was perfect. It wasn't. So remember that there are no perfect days. You don't need to give extreme effort. But what you need is consistent, imperfection, action. If all you have is 10 minutes because you got to be to work, then make those 10 minutes count.
Yeah. Mhm.
Make sense? If all you have is 20 minutes because you know you got to go to a doctor's appointment, or you know you have something else going on, or if you have 0 minutes, okay, I'm going to rest today because my body needs it. That's the type of mindset you should have. So instead of thinking, did I do everything right? Ask yourself, did I do something to move myself forward? If that makes sense, type 1 in the chat, or just say yes if you can't type. I love it. I love it. So now we're going to talk about how to replace the all or nothing mindset. So we're going to change it from all or nothing to all or something. Y'all heard that? All or nothing,
Mhm.
all or something. So here are some examples. I missed my workout today. Okay, fine. I'm going to go for a 20-minute walk because that's what I have time for. Or I didn't track my food all day because I just was having a mental breakdown. I have a lot going on in my family and I just don't have the capacity today. Track your next meal. Okay, another one. I ate off plans so bad because we had family in town, girl, and you know, they just had all the desserts, and you know I love desserts, and I didn't eat all the desserts, but I just had to have some desserts. Okay, get back on track with your next meal. Drink your water. And here's another one. Oh man, my day was so busy, I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't do anything. I just didn't have time. Do a shorter version of what you're able to do. Even if it's one exercise for 3 rounds for 15 reps, even though you had like 5 or 6 lists of exercises, doing one of them. Something is always better than nothing. Once there is intention behind it. Not using that as your habit tracker, like this is what I'm going to make a habit of doing. It's a difference in making a habit of doing something that's minimal and doing something to keep from doing nothing. Does that make sense? So now I want to do a glute reflection exercise. This is reflection. So you don't have to answer, you're just reflecting. So I need you to take a moment and think about the last time you felt off track. Close your eyes and ponder if you can. Think about the last time you fell off track. And then ask yourself, what triggered that feeling? After you figure out the answer to that, ask yourself, how did I respond? And then ask yourself, what could I have done instead?
Hi, Grandma.
Hey, I'm on a Zoom call.
So now I want you to answer this question. I'm going to post it in the chat. Instead of starting over, next time I will do what? And you could put your answer to that in the chat. Or you can share it out loud. Completely up to you. Instead of starting over, next time I will what? Doop 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 doop. All right, Mimi said, push myself further. All right. You care to elaborate on that?
Like, if I mess up, just don't worry about the mess up. Just honestly, just keep going and not focus on screw up part.
I love it. I love it. All right. Anybody else want to share? Nobody? Okay. Well, now we're going to get into Isaiah responded. Instead of starting over next time, I will move forward in the right direction. Okay. I like it. You care to elaborate?
So, for example, let's use the nutrition as an example. For example, if I had like something with too much sodium in one meal or something like that, the next meal I will make sure to pay attention to my salt intake so that it doesn't go over.
Okay. That's good. I like that. I like that. See, it's all about intention. All of these answers y'all are giving me, it all goes back to intention. That anything that we do in life, there should be some intent behind it. We shouldn't just be moving about life just mindlessly doing things, not having any type of intention. And the intention should be pure, I would hope. And then if it's something regarding ourselves, the intention should be to be better. So if we're not moving with intention, then we're not moving with a purpose. And with no purpose, there's no desire. And with no desire, it's like, what's the point? Right? Does that make sense? I think that was a bar. Hold on a minute. Where there is no intention, there is no purpose. And when there is no purpose, there's no desire. And when there's no desire, what's the point? We should all be aiming to be better versions of ourselves each and every day. Right? So let's bring this back to your overall fitness journey. Your success is not built on perfect days. It's built on how you respond when things are not perfect. That's why it's called a journey. And I always tell you where your foundation lies each and every week. Tracking your food, aiming to hit your protein and calorie goals, drinking half your body weight in ounces, but not exceeding 1 gallon, moving your body daily, resistance training at least 3 days a week, at very minimum. Even if you just get in a resistance band doing this or doing some push-ups and sit-ups, do some resistance training. And make sure you're getting quality 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. But here's the key. You don't have to hit it 100% every day. Because life is gonna life at all times. And life is not gonna warn you when she want a life. She just gonna do it. Right? And we can't control that, can we? We cannot control the things that are thrown at us. But what we can control, is our reaction to it, our response to it, how we handle it, how we move through it, up, over, and around it. What? That's how you are successful in everything. Life is gonna life. Tragedies happen. People get sick. Right? Look at this world we're living in with our president. Let's not even get on that topic. That's out of our control, what he's doing. The people who didn't vote for him are still suffering for what he's doing. Out of our control. But we can control how we respond to the things that are happening. Same thing is true with fitness. Same thing is true with what you put in your mouth. So you need to stay engaged. Even 70% consistency over time will still create results when 100% is not available. Make sense? Ooh, this is my favorite part. We got some Q&A and takeaways, so I'm going to go in the order of on the screen. I'm not picking on you. It's just whoever popped up on my screen first. So I want to know what resonated with you most today. I'm going to start with Izia because that's who I see on my screen.
All right. So what resonated with me the most is to remember that some progress is still progress. If you fall off, just get back on. To not aiming for perfection, because that can discourage you and make you just completely fall off. Because having the all or nothing mentality is not going to do you any good.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Ooh, thanks for sharing, Izia. Next on my screen is Mimi. What resonated most with you today?
Almost everything pretty much basically resonated with me, Miss Shakita.
Everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Like what?
Basically piggybacking on what Isaiah said. And honestly, like, just if you mess up, you cannot let that like define who you are and stuff like that.
Yes.
You just gotta keep going and just
love it.
forget about your mess up.
I love it.
You better preach, Mimi.
You better preach, Mimi.
Hi, Isaiah.
And last but not least, Mom, are you able to share?
Unmute myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Not letting a setback be, not letting it, not quitting, not letting it, sidetrack you. Sometimes we do have things that happen in life that are a distraction, but you just pick back up where you left off, whenever you get beyond that distraction, you pick back up, just pick back up where you left off. Stay focused on what your goal or goals are, and just you will make progress if you do that. But if you quit and then start over again, it's like you're always going back to square one. You don't have to go back to square one.
Yep. Absolutely. I love that. You sure don't have to go back to square one. You could start right at square 5 and keep it moving forward. So with that, do any of you have any questions about staying consistent or breaking the restart cycle or managing guilt when things don't go perfectly? Nope. All
You
right.
just
I must have did a good job.
maintain your focus on what your goal is. What is my goal? It's my goal.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I
You know.
agree. So, your homework assignment this week is a mindset mastery challenge. So, I want you to catch the thought. When you notice your all or nothing thinking starting to sneak in, I want you to say pause. Y'all know how y'all like to say pause when people say something inappropriate. Pause. Right? I want you to say
Yeah.
pause. And then I want you to ask yourself, what's one small action I can take right now? I might not feel up to going to the gym because my stomach hurt. So I'm going to lay here and I'm going to rest till my stomach start hurting. And then I'm going to go for a walk for 5 minutes. That ain't going to take no time. 5 minutes. Or I don't like how I'm feeling right now. I don't feel like working out. I'm just going to turn on my meditation music and I'm going to take some deep breaths and stretch. Anything that moves you forward in your well-being is beneficial for growth, and it will benefit you and help you in your life, not just in your fitness goals. It doesn't always have to be centered around fitness. I understand I'm a fitness coach, a weight loss coach, but I'm also a life coach. So I need y'all to understand that all of the tools that I give you, you can apply it to your life, to your job, to people you encounter, right? Everything needs to have intention. So when you notice yourself having an all or nothing thought process, pause, wait a minute. What's one small action I can take right now so I'm not overwhelmed? What's one small action I can take right now so I can feel accomplished, like I did something? Right? And instead of waiting for a new day or a new week, reset at your next decision point. Whatever that decision point may be, whether it's a meal, a workout, a choice you got to make. Again, we're applying this to your life as well. And then answer this question. One time I chose progress over perfection this week was blank. So of course, this is a question you want to ask yourself at the end of the week. You can write it down in your journal, and go back to it at the end of the week. You can put it in the notes in your phone, whatever you want to do, and be intentional about choosing progress over perfection. And somehow that's easier said than done, because somehow we think we're supposed to be perfect. We're just supposed to do our best. And if your best is only 10% that day, that's your best. Okay? So I'm going to put this in the chat in case you guys want to write it down. And if you're watching this back, if you're watching back the replay, feel free to put your answers in the description box, in the comment section box. I would love to see them. I do check them. And do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. So, you guys were wonderful. It made my day to see Mimi pop in. I'm glad you're doing good after your surgery. But that is it for our session today. And I want to remind you that all or nothing mindset thinking keeps you stuck. You cannot move forward having that type of a mindset. Also, progress happens in the middle, not in the black or white. And something will always beat nothing. Every single time. Also, consistency beats perfection every single time. So you don't need to restart. You need to keep going. pause where you are. It don't matter what level you made it to. You could be done made it to level 10. You gonna go all the way back to level 1? Why? Why for? Why are you going all the way back? No. I'm gonna start right at my level 5 or 10, wherever I'm at, and I'm gonna pick up the pieces and keep on trucking forward. Okay? And before we close, you know this is my favorite. Please drop in the chat one word that describes how you want to feel when you let go of perfection. One word. It's my green tea, y'all. It's good. Relieved. I like it. Liberated. Ooh, y'all got some good words. All right. I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for showing up. It means the world to me when you guys come to these coaching classes, because I love to share with you guys what's on my heart. I love to help you guys grow. And I love your interaction. And it helps me know that I'm not doing this in vain. So thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for doing the work for you. And also thank you for being open to growth. The fact that you showed up shows that you are open to growth. Even if you watch it back on replay, you're showing that you're trying to better yourself. So as you know, I will see you guys next Tuesday. And let me tell you what the topic is going to be for next Tuesday. Usually I already have it pulled up, but it's been a busy day. So the topic for next Tuesday will be, we're in April, knowing versus doing. Why we stall. Why do we know what we're supposed to do, but we don't do it? So that's the topic for next week. Let's continue to move forward and continue to make this a wonderful year, and make this the year that we fix our mindsets so we can do better and we can grow and not be stagnant. Yes? All right. Let's keep moving forward, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week, and we will chat soon. Ta-ta for now.